Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. And last time we got another part of the key. And we come back and see this guy that we met very early in the game. Now I'll activate it and we can step on through the other side, just so you know. This part always makes me a little dizzy. Hold on. Yeah, you hold on. I'm doing an intro here. And last time I decided to swap out the light cards we had in favor of some water cards. So yeah, we have a new deck that we're gonna try for, like, basically the ending of this. Ouch! Oh, my head. Looks around. Oh, this is where we're supposed to be. Care to explain? No time to explain! We somehow landed in the fire realm. Let's get out of here before we wake up some rock beasts or something. Was there a purpose to that scene? Oh! Hey look, it's our final boss that we're just now meeting. That's more like it. Just where we want to be. Are you sure? Positive, why? Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the nefarious Girujiru Japan. Oh, we've heard about this guy a little bit. An angry mob of darkness creatures. Eep! You go try to find Shobu. I'll see if I can lead these creatures in the other direction. Run! So I ran after... No, there's Shobu. There's Jukuguyu Japan. Someone punch him in the face. He's just a nerd with too big of a head. Well, if it isn't the pesky pest who's responsible for all of my troubles. If you think you've had trouble up until now, just wait until I'm through with you. What have you done with Shobu? Wouldn't you like to know? The only way you'll find out is by dueling it out of me. You ready? Bring it. I love that confident, smug look we have for a new deck that we haven't used before against Dr. Doom over here. Apparently we're mostly fire. Crimson Hammer, and we have way too many Crimson Hammers in hand. Okay, Darkness. Aqua Jolter can go into mana, because I don't really care about that. Bloody Squeedo, Crimson Hammer is bad against that, so we're going to put another Crimson Hammer into our mana here. Rikaboo Screwdriver is good against the Darkness blockers, because they can't attack anyways. Well, there's some of them that can attack, but then they just spontaneously combust when they do. Bloody Squeedo will spontaneously combust anyways. Meteosaur or Coral? I'm going to keep the Coral, actually. I'm going to try out that card. I meant to kill the other blocker, because the Ghost could actually potentially evolve. The Ghost can also get buffed by another Ghost, but the Ghost that buffs the other Ghost buffs all darkness things. Oh, that thing can attack... Ew. I really done made a misplay. Okay. Coral, I need you to fix my problems somehow. Let's just put that back. Make you replay that. So yeah, the Coral will put a card, a creature back on the top of your opponent's deck. So it's one of those tempo plays, but you are kind of, in a way, getting rid of it, because you're locking up your opponent's next draw. Ooh, Apocalypse Vice. We can't play it this turn. We can't do much of anything this turn. We're going to take a hit here, but I think we're going to come out of this fine. But first, that's the first thing I'm going to kill, is that. Okay, I'm gonna get attacked here. Crimson Hammer, that's fine. We have Rikabu's Screwdriver. We have Apocalypse Vice. 3,000. 3,000. And I can't do that, yeah. Yep, and there's a nice little 3-for-1 against Dr. Duncehead over here. Uh-oh. I told you that thing could evolve. That should have been a bloody Squeedo. I misclicked. Regardless, we're still fine. I want to get this out. I don't want to attack with Corile, not yet. There's Bloody Squeedo. Okay. There's Aqua Hulk. Wait a minute, did I put Aqua Surfers in the deck? Somehow I don't think I did. Which is like a massive oversight. Alright, well... let's play Aqua Hulkus. I have 2 shields left. Let's see if we can hit his shields. We can. Do I offer a trade? I don't think we do. Oh, he trades. Okay. Well, it is a good thing I have more. Alright, now we are going to start attacking with these guys, because they've already done their thing. How did I build a water deck and not put Aqua Surfers in it? Meteosaur. And this game is just over here. Oh, we didn't have to do best 2 out of 3 against Dr. Dorkface here? Alright. Oh hey, Shobu looks free now. Curses. Once again, you meddling children have gotten in the way of my plan for Duel Masters dominance. Maybe it wasn't such a great plan. You're wrong. It was brilliant. By capturing Shobu and trading him for me, the Darkness Leader promised to let me go. But that's not all. My genius plan included channeling Shobu's energy from the creature world to our world, where I would once again open up a portal and bring forth an army of Duel Masters creatures to fight on my side. That whole portal thing, that was the end of the second game, which was kind of referenced early on in this game. We're just repeating the same plot. That's how little effort is put into some of this. Dude, you're I thought that said dangerous. You're also deranged. And kidnapping is a serious crime. It's time for you to go back to our world and face justice. Don't make me laugh, as if anyone would believe such an outlandish story coming from two kids like yourselves. He's got a point there. Who's going to believe our story of even going to the creature world? Literally, you have an entire arena of people that hinge on your every word. What? These people. You'd be surprised. But now that I think of it, justice would probably be better served right here in the creature world, in the hands of all the creatures he took advantage of. The choice is yours, Japan. Follow us or face charges in our world, or stay here with the angry creatures. Okay, he stayed there. Alright, credits. This is the end of the game, so yeah, I guess we're not gonna find out if I actually had Aquasurge. I don't think I did. Anyways, it's a card game, so I'm gonna grade this. I'm gonna give this two separate grades. One being the card game itself, how fun Duel Masters is to play. The other being the grade for the game itself and some of the intricacies in the game. So, let's start with Duel Masters itself. It's a very basic version of Magic the Gathering. I think it's a bit too basic. A lot of the cards do feel interchangeable, but you have those core cards in each of the 5 civilizations that just kind of stand out above the others. Things like Terror Pit, things like Aqua Hulkus. Just cards that we see over and over again. Another thing, and another way that it's too basic is that they tried to design cards in ways that didn't strictly outclass others, but in doing so you created a bland game where lots of cards were just kind of interchangeable. You had... Weird, I didn't think he'd actually stay down there. Those creatures aren't going to... We have more plot, apparently. After the credits, there's more plot. Anyways. So Duel Masters itself... Everything just kind of became interchangeable and overall not super great. I think one of the big issues was how blocking worked in this game, because not every creature could block. Creatures that could block and could block effectively ended up being restricted and couldn't attack players, or in some cases couldn't attack creatures or players. Or if they could make attacks, they were either way, way overpriced, like some of Darkness's blockers had. Like Darkness had a 6 mana 3000 power blocker that could also attack. Water also had like a 4 mana 2000 power blocker that could attack. Well, what are you going to block at 4 mana that, you know, you're going to actually survive and then attack? A lot of things like that. I think the game would be better if every creature could just innately block, and maybe you had some restrictions on certain creatures that made it so they couldn't block. Or couldn't attack. Well, we had some creatures that couldn't attack. Those weren't really good creatures either. So yeah. You also had things in Duel Masters where you didn't have things like no card cost, say, 2 water mana to play. Any water card, you could play it for only 1 water mana, and then the rest of the mana you use didn't matter what type it was. This led to things like being able to throw 4 Terror Pits into any single deck that you wanted, because you don't have to play Darkness in order to do that. But overall, there were some nice things about the game. I did like how any card can be used as mana. So one of the problems with Magic the Gathering is drawing too many lands, which are your mana in that game, or drawing too few lands. And either you have a bunch of mana and nothing to play, or you have a bunch of things to play and no mana to play them because you're not drawing the right proportion of lands as you need them. That problem simply doesn't exist in Duel Masters, and I will give it props for that. So Duel Masters as a card game, I'm going to give it a C. It's average. It's not my favorite. I kind of got tired of playing it because of how repetitive the games in that were. Now let's finish the plot off, and then we'll discuss the rest of this game. Creatures aren't going to be nice to him. Good riddance. That guy deserves whatever happens. Something makes me think we haven't seen the last of that sneaky man. No, we have, at least on this channel. Dr. Doomsday will never be seen again. There's something else even more important that we have to deal with. I challenge you to a duel. Oh, we're not even done playing. Okay. Fine. This better just be a best of one duel. Nothing like having to... We had the ending credits. How do we still have plot? I don't get this game sometimes. We had people with weird... Well, people didn't have weird names, but everybody had weird graphics. People kept, like, randomly changing their decks, too. Like, people with the same graphics would have different decks depending on what tournament they're in. Okay, well, there's that. Go Brain Serum, and let's get our Aqua Hulkus going. That thing needs to die. So yeah, Shobu has a pure fire deck, just like he does in the anime. Nice consistency there. I don't have time to cast Brain Serum, although I have to put a fire card down. He's not going to play any blockers, so we don't need Rikabu's Screwdriver either. Now, what is this thing? Doesn't that have an effect that lets him attack untapped water things? Is that what that effect is? No, that's while you have no shields, it gets bigger and has double breaker. Okay. That's cool. Let's play our Aqua Knight. I am kind of liking these water cards we've added to the deck. Aqua Knight, if it dies, is just going to come right back. Well, it comes back to our hand to play again. Okay, you're going to cast a spell to kill our Aqua Hulkus, which already drew us a card, and attacked and killed a creature, so that was like, what, a 3-for-1 we got out of the deal? That card could be troublesome. Now we have Crystal Lancer. I don't really want that, however. I want to Apocalypse Vice. I want to draw cards. Oh, like we got Crystal Lancer again anyways. And Meteosaur. Okay. I'm just gonna make the trade here. We are down on shields at the moment. I do kind of like the shield system of the card game. I think it's an interesting twist, so you don't have to keep track of like health points or anything like that. But it also means that the game gets a little bit awkward at times. I'm going to... We have all this stuff. What are we even doing here? We have all these things to play. Okay, he has a Bull Shock Dragon. We should probably kill that. I guess I don't need the Steel Dragon. So yeah, we'll kill that, and kill that. Okay, and then we go attacking. We can break 3 shields. And he can't do anything about it. So yeah, there's plenty of things to do in this game. As far as collecting the cards go, if you know the trick about getting the, doing that mini-game over and over at the mall, that can get you cards in a fairly decent amount of time and with minimal effort. My gosh, this deck is just popping off. Now, I'm still going to play stuff because that would be wise to do. Yeah, I'm liking this better than the... Oh, there's another dragon thing over there. Doesn't matter, there isn't a single fire card that's going to... Shield trigger fire card that's going to take care of this. Alright. We won. Run that by me again. You just beat me. No, seriously. That was an awesome battle. Hey, I hear you've been looking for this card. I picked up an extra copy, and it's yours. You unlock Shobu in multiplayer mode. And Emperor Quasla? It's a Cyber Lord. I haven't been looking for it. It's a blocker and an evolution. And if your opponent uses a shield trigger, you get to draw 2 cards. Okay. And with that, we're back into the main game. So we're going to drop a save here. Yeah, the main game. I talked about the weird people. The plot is kind of like... The plot itself, the main plot, is kind of short. There was a lot of tournaments involved, which you kind of expect from a card game. I didn't really care for the best 2 out of 3 duels because we just don't have sideboards in this. You're just doing the same thing, and it just kind of drags things out a bit more. Collecting the cards wasn't too much of a chore, fortunately, when you know the trick. Even if you don't, just dueling people, you get the booster packs. You can sell cards too, so it's kind of nice. I guess if you guys want me to, if you want me to fire up this game again, we can go to the duel room. Yeah, where we can pick our deck. You can only pick deck 1 or deck 2. You can play against... Oh, you can pick... These are the different decks in the game. I did not mean to... Yeah, we're gonna exit. Okay. I think somewhere in there, if you know how the controls work, that's where you can duel Shobu and any characters from the game in that. Anywho. I guess we're gonna put Duel Masters to bed. Oh, I'm gonna give the overall game just... I guess it can have a D+. It's not great. It's kind of short. We're only at 31 parts. A lot of other games at this time, especially the Yu-Gi-Oh games. Yu-Gi-Oh was like notorious for having really long grinding to get the cards you want for a deck. You don't really have that problem with Duel Masters. In fact, a lot of the cards in Duel Masters are commons or uncommons. They're pretty easy to come by. Regular rares are like the hardest ones because you can't duel individual ones. Because like each person had those 3 challenges you could do, which that was kind of a neat concept too if you wanted to hunt specific super rare and ultra rare cards or whatever. But you couldn't hunt regular rares for them, so that made cards like Terror Pit, Apocalypse Vice, some of the more tricky cards to get a full set of, but I don't know. Well, we did use a variety of different decks, somewhat different strategies throughout the series. I do feel I've pretty much exhausted things. I didn't even touch the Nature Civilization. I don't think it's good because anything it does can be done in all the other things. Yeah. Anyways, we're going to put Duel Masters Shadow of the Code to bed. This has been Late Night Mega. Good night, everyone.